Hi, today we have a very special guest, and the specialty of this guest is number one, she is from Portugal, and this is the very first guest that we are having from Portugal. That's number one. Number two, she is a surfer. Wow, very first time I'm going to interview somebody who comes from that very specific industry. Number three, she is the very first professional surfer in Portugal. That is an extra feather on her shoulder. And the next one, she is a champion. Now, when I talk about championship, she is not only a normal champion, she is a national champion as well as European champion. And she has been into the championship for around about 8 continuous years. And now, who is she? Joana Rocha. Joana, on board.
Wow, what an amazing presentation, Farookh.
Thank you very much.
I feel so good at you inviting me for this interview. And I hope to give you a lot of input.
Absolutely,
for the people who are watching this interview.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for joining us all the way from Portugal. Let me start from the background. This is exactly what I like to. What made you get into Portugal? Let's imagine now you are in Lisbon and you're in Portugal, but if you were born in India, would you still go into surfing?
For sure. You know, Portugal, it's one amazing country. People are very nice to each other. We like to receive people. That's why we are so good with tourism, because we like to show people around our history. Our history is huge. We have a lot of castles, palaces, everywhere. There's some story about something really old, and that's why Lisbon and all Portugal is so special, you know, about all the history that we have here. And about the food. We have an amazing food. I travel all around the world, and I have to tell you this. Our food, it's amazing. Our tastes, our bread, our bakery is amazing. You know, and then our country itself, more now about surf. We have the best waves in the world, not only in Europe but in the world. We have surf for beginners, intermediate, advanced, professionals. We have a lot of world contests, European contests, and we are very strong in our national contests also. So we don't have war, you know, it's very important to say this. Nowadays, we like to live in a safe place with quality. So Portugal, you can live with quality, high quality life. That's why I love Portugal, and that's why I love to live here. So I specifically live in Ericeira. So I born in Cascais. It's a small village, really nice one. But now, when I became a professional surfer, I can live here in Ericeira.
Wow. Wow. So do you do this? I know that you are into coaching. I'm going to come to that for sure. But before I go to those questions, do you do surfing each and every single day?
Not now. I only surf when it's good, because before, when I was a professional surfer, I had to go even when I didn't want to go. If it was raining, if it was sunny, windy, good. So nowadays I can choose my days to go. But yes, I tell you, I surf better than before.
Because now you are a master in surfing.
It's because I'm much more relaxed. I don't have to stress about the contest. and I surf when I want, you know, when it's not the work and when you don't really have to go yourself, you are much more relaxed.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I feel so good right now about surfing.
Great, great. Now, surfing is a sport. Now, the sport has matured you as a human being, as a female, as a competitor, as a leader. Now, how important is sport for a person in his or her life?
So when I start coaching teenagers, I use surf as an experience because it's very, very important to our life, and like you told, to model ourselves. So you need to be a confident person because you're going to choose which beach you're going to surf, where you go, and you have to be confident only to do that. And then you have to go to the beach, practice, because all the sports, everything in life, it's practice. If you want to be good on something like we were talking about, we need to exercise, and it has to be every single day. If not, you are not going to be good. Like everything, like learning, like everything in life. And you know, you have to deal with your frustrations, because sometimes you are pedaling and you don't catch the wave. You know, sometimes someone pedal around you and take your wave, and you are very frustrated about that. So I think I use surf because of that concept. You know, you have to be a persistent person. You have to be motivated to wake up in the morning and to do your own things. You have to have goals. You know? You have to have goals to achieve them, because if not, you wake up for what in life? So a target, a goal, a dream is really important. And in surf, you have that. You know, when you start surfing, you have a goal. Even if it's only for free surf. Okay, but a competitor has the goal to win something, but win what? You know, national, worldwide. So I use surf for that, to show the kids, show the teenagers that it's really important to fight for what you want. And when you surf, you have to do that. You have to fight for your wave, fight to be good, fight to work, and that's it.
Wow. Now, you said that fight with the wave. Now, I have watched in movies where the waves come, so huge waves, and you become so tiny, and you get sometimes strangled in the waves. Has that ever happened to you?
Of course.
I know that's a stupid question. Yeah, I want to hear, when was take us through a worst case scenario where you had to struggle in a large, huge wave.
So my favorite country to go on holidays, it's Indonesia. And Indonesia has also the best waves in the world. They seem like a machine. They are always the same, perfect. And the best feeling on surfing, at least for me, it's to do a barrel. You know what's a barrel when you go inside?
No idea.
It's a maneuver that you go inside a wave and you are inside of the barrel. We call it a barrel. So the barrel, it's the best feeling. It's where it's what you want to do if you are a surfer. And in Indonesia, you have that kind of waves. So one time I was surfing in Mentawai, and I was smudged by the wave, you know, just fall out, because it's not easy to do the maneuver, and I fall out. And it was huge, and I was inside in the water, and I opened my eyes and I only see black. I said, oh my God, okay, I already trained my mind. I know that I had to count 1, 2, 3, 5 till 5, and then you are up, so don't worry. And then I was like 1, 2, and I was already in 5, and I was watching all black because I was paddled down. Because when you are struggle in the wave, you don't know where you are, north, right. And then I was with no breath anymore. So I was totally in panic. Was the word that I could do, but I was totally in panic. And I don't know, maybe I was more than 1 minute in the water. And when I come up, I was like, you know, I was like, I'm alive. I was so happy, I'm alive. So, but it happened a few times. I'm working with the youngest kid surfing, Nazaré. He calls Antonio Loriano, in Instagram. And he's amazing. He only has 17, and he doesn't have afraid to surf like huge waves, like 20 meters, you know. Wow. And we are working his mind to be a world champion. And it's good because he doesn't have afraid to be there. And that's amazing, because then we train other things in mental coaching. Wow. That's amazing.
You are very much specialized in coaching kids and especially teenagers. Why did you select that specific group? Why that very specific niche?
So I start dreaming about what I wanted to do in life when I was a teenager. You know, and now I see teenagers waiting to go to the university, to start working or to start doing what they like. But you can start when you are young, and that's what I'm trying to show them, that they can start dreaming early, and they can be very good when they are teenagers. There's so many teenagers that they're success. Why you don't start early? So now with my work, I'm helping them to achieve their dream, or to at least to find what they really enjoy to do in life, you know. I was speaking, it's funny because I was speaking to my father a few days ago, and my father, so Joana, you always say in your posts in Instagram that you want to help people. That's your mission. But what's your vision?
Yeah.
My vision? My vision. Okay, I want that everyone has a goal. I want that teenagers know what to do early in their life to be good on it, to be success. Okay. So, but, you know, I will tell you like a small story. There's an old lady. So you want to help teenagers, yes? Okay. So there's an old lady. She is in a street, and she was there. And the kid just like give the hand to the old lady and cross the road. And then the lady told, "Oh, young kid, why you bring me to this part of the street? I don't want to come here. I want to be there waiting for my kid, for my kid, you know." And that's it, you know. I only can help the teenagers if they want. You know?
Absolutely. So you should be having a very clear vision. You should be having a clear vision in life. You should be having a mission in life, and there should be clear values in your life. And your mission is to change the life of those kids. Show them there is a goal, and show them if you have a goal, and if the goal is specific, then you will be able to achieve your goal and anything else in life. And that's you. That's you. That's you.
And I try to exercise them every single day with small tasks. And I always say, small achievements take you to big achievements. Because if you want to be a world champion, you cannot be in 1 month or in 1 day or in 1 week. You have to work years. years, but every single day to be a world champion.
Absolutely.
So that's it. But you only be a world champion if you want, like an old lady. Do you want help? Or you don't, you know? So it's like this.
Now, Joanne, if an organization is approaching you and saying, Joanne, you have been training the youngsters, you have been training and coaching the teenagers, would you like to come to our company, or would you like to come to our organization and train our adults? Now, these are people who may be in their 30s, 40s, and in 50s. Would you be able to help that organization from the skills that you have?
Of course, you know, it's like they are human beings, you know, and if you work, I do work in myself, I do personal development, and that's really important if you want to work with somebody, because you really need to know your skills, what you are good on, your positive qualities, negative qualities, to help. And what I'm doing also, I'm helping the parents to work with their children, you know. I'm helping them with small tasks also every single day for them to have a better relationship. And that's the most important thing. It's the relationship between people. And people who have 40 or 50 or 30, like you say, they are also people, and they also want to have a good relationship. So yes, I'm able to help. I started with people, and then after I became expert in teenagers. So I would love to do that, of course, but my specialty, it's teenagers, because of the dream. It's not everyone can have a dream when they have 30. Now I'm having a dream, you know. I dream to be a really expert coach to help a lot of teenagers, 8 billion thousand teenagers. What my mission, my goal. So experience
absolutely
will help me with that.
Exactly. Now, who found out the champion inside you? Did you find out that I'm a champion, or was it the coach who found out that you have a champion within you, or is it your parents who found out that Joanne has got a champion inside her? Who found out your skill?
Okay, so I'm a Taurus. You know, I'm Taurus. And Taurus, they are very persistent.
Wow.
Since I was young, like I told, since I was a teenager, I used to write in my room, to have written in my room, small sentence of motivation. No one told me to do that. But when I used to read and I used to see, wow, this sentence, it's amazing. It motivated myself, so I'm going to put in my wall. And I tell you, I was not the best one when I won. But I was the one that I really wanted most to win. You know? So I worked so hard to be the best one that I made it.
Wow.
So I think I found myself reading books. And you know what really helped me? And I always speak with the parents. My family always incentivate me to, whatever you want to do, if you work hard, you're going to conquer that.
Absolutely.
Oh, my mother, my father, my grandparents, my aunts, everyone in my family used to support me in everything. So you're going to make it. And I tell the parents, if you tell bad things to your kid, how he's going to be confident? So it has to start at home with the parents. One exercise that I give to the parents, like, how many times you say good things to your kid? How many times? I give exercise to the kids, but also give exercise to the parents. How many times per week? Because in 20 years, that it's gonna tell if your kid is confident or not. The daily life that will design your kid. So I think it was myself and the way that I wanted to live my life, being the champion.
Wow. So great. There are great lessons. There are great lessons that came out right now. Number one, you don't have to be a talented person. If you have the desire, like Joanna had, she had the desire to be a champion. She had the desire to be the best. She had the desire to be the number one. So if you don't have the talent, don't sit back. Don't sit on the bank of the river and start crying. If you have the desire, then you have to plunge into the water, take the deep breath, and then come out as a winner. And that is exactly what Joanne did. And number two, she also spoke about the family. If you are a family person, if you are a parent, if you have kids, make sure that you encourage your kids. Make sure that you motivate your kids. Make sure that you inspire your kids, because everything that you do for your kids today, it will start showing in their life. And that's exactly what happened with Joanne, because her parents motivated her, inspired her to become the champion what she is today. And today she is doing exactly what she wants to do by motivating and inspiring kids, because that is her passion. And today that's her desire. Today her desire is not to be a champion, but today her desire is to be the best of the best of the best coaches in the world.
Wow, that's totally true. And you know, when you were speaking, I remember that I had a mentor. And my mentor was my sister.
Wow.
We only have 40 months of difference. She's older than me, and she was always with me, supporting me, telling that I was going to be a champion also. And so she was my pilot, you know, pilot. And that's really important, that have someone that knowing that it's supporting you. So trying to find someone that it's going to support you in your life.
Wow, great advice. Great advice, not from a normal person, but a great advice from a champion of champions. Hi, Joan. I know and I heard that you conduct different types of courses for kids, and that is on seasonal wise, like summertime and so forth. When is your next camp, and what is the name of the camp? What is the target, and where is it going to happen?
Yes, so I do individual sessions. I also do group sessions, but now I'm focusing on events.
Okay.
So I will have a surf and life coaching summer camp, and it calls Boost Your Confidence, because teenagers need to boost their confidence.
Absolutely.
So it will be here in Portugal, Ericeira, July.
Okay.
16th to 18th of July, and 26th and 28th of July also. So I have 2 dates. The summer camp, it's 3 days with a lot of surf, coaching sessions. So there's going to be exercise in group. They love, you know, teenagers, they love to work in group. They love that the other teenagers support them to go for it and to be good on the exercise. And they will meet a lot of friends, a lot of they will have a lot of a cool experience. It's amazing. The last event, the kids just love it, because they met a lot of people. The exercise that you do, you know, there was a girl who had a problem with bullying. There's a lot of bullying problems, and she was like, oh, these people, they are so nice, they supporting me. In my school they don't support me, but here, you know, all the kids, they were supporting me for me to be good on the exercise. That's why it's so important, this kind of summer camps, this kind of work on boosting your confidence, and it will boost your confidence. So if you are parents, just take your kid here, because your kid's going to be totally different when you take him home.
Wow. Now, do you have international students flying all the way to Portugal to attend your program?
Yes, I had one from California, and then
Wow.
another from Angola, a few from Germany,
Mm.
and England also.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. So when is your next international trip and what is your plan?
So so I go to Brazil. I'm going to do Christmas event in Brazil, and I go January and February to Bali.
Your favorite place?
My favorite place. So for sure, I'm going to do something there.
Wow. Now, as you mentioned earlier, that you would like to have thousands and thousands of people or trainees under you. Now, you as Joana, Rocha, it's not possible for you to do everything by yourself. You need to have a team. So what is your plan for the future whereby you can have your own club, a society, a inner circle, or a tribe of your team who can help others to become leaders and do what they love to do? How are you going to develop that?
So I'm going to do events, and more than that, I'm going to do festivals.
Okay.
So I'm going to put teenagers, the parents, normal people all together in different ways of personal development.
Okay.
So if I want to change the world, I have to start where I am. Yep. Because that's the way you start. You know, Mother Teresa, she says, like, you cannot change the world, but you can change yourself and people who are surround you.
Yep.
So I'm starting here in Portugal, and then I will do that thing in different parts of the world. So I'm going to start with Brazil, and then start with Bali, and then South Africa. And then in a few years, I've been everywhere in the world.
Wow.
So that's how I will change the world and help teenagers.
If I were to do an interview exactly after 1 year from today, what are the changes that I can notice in you 1 year down the line?
1 year. So like I told you, experience, it's everything. So in 1 year, I will be much more confident, and I will know straight away if I speak to you, what's your problem and how you can overcome that problem. So experience is everything. So we'll have much more people in the next years, because I will know for sure straight away how you can overcome your problems.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion of champions, the trainer and the very first professional trainer in Portugal, Joana Rocha.